Spooktacular Wednesday Special. The Terrifying Tale of the Axeman of New Orleans. Hey there, you amazing history buffs, and welcome back to the History Rats channel. It's your favorite history rat here, Kayan, and October is finally upon us. You know what that means, right? That's right, it's time for our annual dive into the darker corners of history with our Spooktacular Wednesdays. Now, I've got a little secret to share with you all. As many of you may already know, my own little historical event is just around the corner. Our baby girl is due on October 7th, so while I'm getting ready for that incredible adventure, I wanted to make sure your October is filled with all the spooky history your hearts can desire. That's why I've been digging deep into the archives to bring you some truly chilling tales. For our very first Spooktacular Wednesday of 2025, we are heading to the vibrant and musically rich city of New Orleans in the early 20th century. But beneath the lively surface, the Big Easy has a terrifying shadow lurking. A phantom figure known only as the Axeman. Get ready, because this is a story that's equal parts baffling, brutal, and downright eerie. The Crescent City under siege. New Orleans in 1918 was a city still recovering from the ravages of World War I. But as the calendar turned towards spring, a new kind of terror began to grip its residents. It started with a subtle unease, whispers in the night, and then it escalated into something far more sinister. The first victims were Joseph Maggio and his wife, Catherine. On the night of May 23, 1918, their grocery store and living quarters on Upper Line Street were broken into. The couple was discovered the next morning, brutally attacked with an axe that was found at the scene, covered in blood. Joseph's skull was fractured, and Catherine's throat had been so deep she was nearly decapitated. The sheer brutality was shocking, seemingly senseless. Nothing appeared to have been stolen, which left investigators baffled, because if it wasn't a robbery, what was it? The city was in a complete uproar. Who would commit such a heinous act, and why? The police had no answers, and fear began to spread like a fever through the close-knit neighborhoods, especially within the Italian-American community, as the Maggios were immigrants from Italy. A pattern of terror emerges. Months passed with no leads, and the fear began to subside slightly, replaced by a fragile sense of hope that the horror was an isolated incident. But sadly, that hope was shattered on the night of June 28, 1918. This time, the target was another Italian grocer, Louis Bessumer, and his mistress, Anna Schneider. The couple was asleep in their home on North Dorgino Street when the intruder struck. Bessumer was struck in the head with an axe, though he miraculously survived. Anna, however, was not so lucky. She sustained severe head injuries and succumbed to them the following day. Again, nothing was stolen, and the weapon, an axe, was left behind. Now, a terrifying pattern was undeniable. The victims were predominantly Italian-American grocers, and an axe was the weapon of choice. The press quickly dubbed the mysterious assailant the Axeman of New Orleans, and the name sent shivers down the spines of the city's inhabitants. Doors were bolted, windows were locked, and the usual lively atmosphere of the French Quarter took on a nervous edge. Over the next year, more attacks followed, each one as brutal and inexplicable as the last. Samuel Lepresto was attacked in August of 1918, and while he survived, his infant daughter succumbed to her injuries. In March 1919, Charles Cordemelia and his wife Rosie were attacked. Charles survived, but Rosie and their infant daughter did not. Each crime scene was disturbingly similar. A forced entry, the victims attacked in their beds with an axe that was found at the scene, and no clear motive or robbery. The Axeman speaks, a devilish decree. The fear and paranoia in New Orleans reached a fever pitch. The police were under immense pressure, but leads were scarce. Theories abounded, ranging from a disgruntled former employee to a racially motivated hate crime, but none seemed to fit all the facts. The Axeman remained an enigma, a terrifying phantom lurking in the shadows. Then, on March 13th, 1919, the citizens of the Big Easy awoke to a truly bizarre and unsettling message. A letter, claiming to be from the Axeman himself, had been published in the local newspapers. Because 5 a.m. feedings, 6 a.m. feedings are still a thing. Isn't that right, Pterodot? Yeah. Good night. Or good morning. Whatever. This is Tater Tot. She was due October 7th, but she decided to come September 12th. So, Tater Tot is a little bit tiny, but she is growing. In the last 2 weeks, she has grown so freaking much. It's not even funny. I'm probably going to be cutting this video short because my time is kind of occupied right now. And I recently realized I only had the first half of the story recorded. I could record the other half, but you know what? I got priorities, and being a bed for Little Miss Pterodot is a full-time priority. Huh? Pterodot. Yeah? Are you smiling? Yeah? Until next time, be good to each other.